Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I forgot to add one thing. And and the only reason I decided instead of just changing and helping the gentleman, I thought I need to do it correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and ungroup it. And I'm going to take this graphic right here and, well, I need to change my nudge factor to like maybe 100. And I'm going to move it over. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click, right click. And I'm going to put my wordage in there. And we're going to do it two ways, and he can kind of pick. This would be a really good deal to be in the center of the page. But then if you just take your Smart Fill tool, and this is a little tricky because I'm going to try to figure out how to do it without seeing the cross. But we're going to take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in. And then don't forget to fill in the little part of the A. And then these two things that aren't connected. You know what? That would make the video a lot better. Let's take these letters away, and let's left click, right click, and let's connect these two. Well, let's get rid of these letters right now. Well, got to go to Object, Break Curve Apart, get rid of my letters. I'm going to get rid of that center A. Now let's connect these things. You know, there's very little connecting them, but I think it would look better. And I'm going to turn everything into a hairline. And I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key and delete that. And then delete that. Now when I fill it in, it'll be all one piece and could possibly print better. I don't know. I'm not a printer. Let me make sure everything's going. And we got a little bit of a hiccup right there. Now I'm going to put and this will make it a lot easier to do two of them. I'm going to put it, and you would want to, measure. Now let's make a duplicate of that and move it over. This is just a suggestion. Then we're going to take our Smart Fill tool and we're going to fill that in. And we're going to fill this in. And then we are going to take away the outline. And we're going to group this together, Control G. Because I'm afraid I'm going to be able to see the cross through there. And I can. But that's easily fixed. So let's pick our cross now. And we're going to left click and see the line. So now we just have to take that color again. Get the Smart Fill tool. Pick that color. And just fill in that, and that. Then, but make sure you take away the lines. And look at that. That's perfect. Now, the only other thing I could suggest, and this is just a suggestion, it looks really fine, but this ribbon is curved. So let's take these letters, move them out of the way for a second. And there's two ways, and it's not a font anymore. So what we're going to do is make a box, and we're going to take the 3-point curve line, and we're going to go from about right there to about right there and kind of get that curve. There's a little bit. See it? I'm going to change. That'll be a good lesson. I want to hit F12 on the keyboard with nothing selected and go up to and change your drawing to, I'm going to go ahead and change it to RGB red, whatever color you work in. Because then when we draw, you're going to be drawing in a hair. I'm just going to go about that far. You're drawing in a hairline and see it's red. And now we'll do the same thing up here, kind of mimic that. And now I'm going to make those two I'm going to get the 2-point line. And this is just a suggestion. Put a little pizzazz to it. I'm going to have to connect those nodes. Tell you what I'm going to do is take that away. And my curve isn't exactly right. So with my shape tool, I can bring that up. I can't really see the other line, but if I get my 2-point line, There's a node right there. I'm making a box. So now let's just keep our fingers crossed to see if it fills in, and it doesn't. So what we can do is, this is still grouped together. Let's nudge it out of the way. Let's nudge that the other way. There we go. And that's why it was leaking, because that right there. And this, maybe I shouldn't even go there, because it's not that big a deal, but just give you a different option. There we go. Now I made an envelope form, and I'm going to left click, right click, but then I'm going to go to effects and contour to the inside one time. Maybe that's not enough. Let's go 4 millimeters. I know nothing about millimeters. That's about the height of the text. Now what we need to do is bring in our text, and well, I have no different, I have 53 millimeters long. So, well, what we could do is just take two-point lines and kind of go from there downwardly, and then move that over. So what I'm doing is I'm making another envelope form, so the text will kind of be in the same area. It's a little bit off, not centered. Tell you what, let me change my nut. Remember 100. I'm going to grab all this, and I'm just going to move it over till they're kind of equal. Now I'm going to make a new envelope form and fill that in. Go back to the 100, or even probably more, and go left click, right click. Now I'm going to take these items, and I'm going to go ahead and turn them black, and it's all now all one group. And I'm going to go to effects and envelope and place inside form. Maybe not, but then I'm going to go place it inside of here. You know, and you wouldn't want to do that. So this, I don't like it at all. Somehow that S is really funky. I don't know why that is. Well, it's lower already. If we bring in an indexing line, that S is quite a bit lower. Let's turn on our indexing line. Let's tell you what, it might be messed up. Let's go to object, group, and ungroup them. And let's hit B, as in boy. Now so it's just difference in the letters. Now I'm almost regretting and some texts are like this. But what we could do, while this is still, let's change our nut factor back to 1 millimeter. Whoop. See, that puts it a little bit more in line. And then, well, let's do this. Let's take our shape tool and just bring this down and make this eye bigger. Let's grab our shape. I'm almost wish I hadn't have done this. See, it's making all the letters kind of the same. Now let's group them in together, Control G. And this is our box. So I'm going to go envelope, form, and then I'm just going to move it over there. So really, I don't think it's really worth the extra effort. It does give a little bit of a curve to it. Now we need to go to the left click, right click, get the Smart Fill tool, set on our, I don't know why I keep going to or CMYK. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in that A first, and then the rest of it. And, you know, this would be personal preference. That's not I'd almost retype that font instead of manipulating it. See, I didn't even notice the I is taller and the A is taller. That is just a particular font. So you could be very easily, you know, find that font or something close to it, and just ICSA. And it has to be that font. Don't worry about it. Just pick something close. I'm going to type in Times New Romans. A lot of times Corel does that. You have to click all of it and go back. That's pretty close. We can make it bolder. And now let's, hopefully I've still got my envelope form. And this you could actually text a path because it is a text. So we wouldn't have to make that entire box. But let's see what it looks like. See, the font doesn't have to be the exact same size for the box. I think that's going to really look a little bit better. Let's take away that. Put this in the space, and you'd want to really measure it and maybe start in the center. You could eyeball it probably close enough. I don't know that it's worth the extra steps. Whoop. But a little bit of learning power, Smart Fill tool. And it's a different font, but so I'm sorry I even went there. The main thing was I forgot to bring in the text on his item. And for the one I'm doing it for, I will send you this file. But I don't mind you using it, but I would actually try it yourself and see what you can come up with. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.